Hello and welcome back to another Let's Roleplay of Dragon Age 2. I am, as ever, as always, Marion Hawk. Now, this is me right here. A little bit curious that I put up Mark of the Assassin, which is the DLC came with the game. I assume that everyone who's watching this Let's Roleplay will realize that it's part of the campaign now, but it certainly seems like a lot of people today haven't gotten it, because there's really nobody been watching it. It's come right after the last episode where at the end I say to watch. I'm going to go start the Mark the Assassin the next episode, but people just so far haven't clued in. I'm sure there's going to be a few more views tomorrow. But yeah, so there's going to be a few days of just Mark the Assassin. I think people are going to be wondering what's going on, but if you actually read it, it says Dragon Age 2, Mark the Assassin. Okay, so Evil Tomb. What is this? You found one of Teroni's books. The pages are filled with secrets of blood magic. You feel a stirring of power as you look upon it. Now, if you remember, Iduna is the one that clued me into the evil blood mage books that are still around Kirkwall, and I assume this is one of them. I'm going to destroy the book. I don't believe in blood magic. It's disgusting. Oh! I didn't expect this to happen. Okay, we've got some abominations. We have no healer, so... yeah, there's a demon over there. He's moving out of the way. Interesting. Okay, Cricket, to us! Very interesting. I haven't seen anybody actually move to stay out of the way.
This is going badly.
In Dragon Age. Not going badly. It's done. Wow. That was one evil book. I assume there's more around Kirkwall. We'll be ready next time. What's in this door? Crate. Address His Grace. It's plus 7% healing by this character. Well, if we had a healing character, I guess, yeah, Anders would have to be that. I don't know if there's anything on the other side. We'll have to go and take a look, because everything changes. It almost feels like it's at night. Can't be, though. There's another door here. And a chest complex. I open it up. More torn trousers. Blade of Forgiveness. Now that is nice.
Do it.
Check out Isabella. See if she can use that. Enigma of Kirkwall, another one of those books. I'll have to read it. Ironically, the Chantry has the best records on the Imperium occupation that we found. None of the forbidden texts, which have undoubtedly been destroyed, but many administrative records. In their cold, numbered rows, misery is told. Thousands of slaves pass through the gallows to work the mines or to be shipped elsewhere. The list of elven children is numbing. 3 maimed, 2 mute, and 4 serviceable. These numbers don't add up. For every 1,000 slaves that came to Kirkwall, 100 disappeared. I checked the tax rolls as well, and the discrepancy exists there too. If one has the wit to see it, 203 slaves went missing in the Imperium's 312th year. That's just 1 year. Other records showed similar discrepancies. Over centuries, practically a whole civilization of slaves simply disappeared. Hidden inside the cover of a book with curious markings and signed, the Band of Three. The Band of Three are really uncovering things all over Kirkwall. But there is the final history of Kirkwall, which I haven't read. Now, let's see how this all works out. So, this is creatures. We don't want creatures. Lore. History of Kirkwall, Chapter 4. The Threnhold family assumed its foreboding control of the city at the very onset of the Dragon Age. So that was about, what, 34 years ago or more. Less than a week after Merrick Theron retook the Ferelden throne from Orlais. Since this was followed by a civil war in Antiva, the much-maligned Three Queens era, and a coup in the Tevinter Imperium, many thought that the Dragon Age would bring devastating change. Perhaps this was a hasty estimate. But it was true for Kirkwall. Viscount Chivalry Threnhold was a vicious thug who took power through a campaign of intimidation, and his son Perrin, who succeeded him in 914 Dragon, was even worse. Taxes were crippling, and Perrin Threnhold used the ancient chains extending from the twins standing at Kirkwall's harbor, unused since the new exalted marches, to block sea traffic and charge exorbitant fees from Orlesian ships. The Empire threatened invasion following the closure of the Waking Sea Passage, and for the first time the Chantry used the Templars to pressure the Viscount. Until that point, the Templars had done nothing to counter the Threnholds, even though as the largest armed force in Kirkwall they could have. Knight Commander Guyleon's only written comment was in a letter to Divine Beatrix III, "It is not our place to interfere in political affairs. We are here to safeguard the city against magic, not against itself." The Divine, as a friend to the Emperor, clearly had other ideas. In response, Viscount Perrin hired a mercenary army, forcing a showdown with the Templars. They stormed the gallows and hung Knight Commander Guyleon. Holy crap. Igniting a series of battles that ended with Perrin's arrest and the last of his family's rule. The Templars were hailed as heroes, and even though they wished to remain out of Kirkwall's affairs, it was now forced upon them. Knight Commander Meredith appointed Lord Marlowe Dumar as the new Viscount in 921 Dragon, and she has remained influential in the city ever since. City's rule ever since. From Kirkwall, a city of chance, but Brother Genitivi, 924 Dragon. Yeah, so this is why the Knight Commander Meredith has so much influence and power. She actually appointed the Viscount Dumar into his current, Lord Marlowe Dumar, into his current position. So that explains a lot there. However, there's one other thing to read, and I said I was going to do it. If it's lore, characters. Oh, after the Deep Roads? Aveline, after the Deep Roads. Since the adventure in the Deep Roads, Aveline has settled into life as the captain of the guard. She has removed the stain of the Captain Jevon's corruption and turned the guardsmen into effective enforcers of law and order. Becoming captain of the guard title should have brought Aveline stability, but she has instead found herself taxed by having so many people under her care. She is very protective of the people she commands, to the point of training each guardsman herself and personally reinforcing otherwise simple patrols. Injury rates are lower than ever before, but the guards are beginning to feel smothered. Aveline is utterly dedicated to her job, leaving no time for anything beyond the occasional sidetrack with Marion. Even that is an excuse to watch over people she cares about. She is a guardian in every waking moment, and she doesn't seem to know how to put down the weight she carries. That could be... that doesn't sound too healthy, actually. But I'm looking... Empress Celine of Orlais. Yeah, she's going to be pretty big in the next one, but I'll read about her at another time. There's only one person I actually came in to read about. Oh, there's Sebastian after the Deep Roads, too. So there's more people I'm going to have to read about, but where is she? I don't see her name. Maybe it's under... Is it notes? No? Letters and notes? Oh, here it is. Thoughts on Talus. Okay, it's been over a year since I met Talus. This is obviously written 2 years ago. And she hasn't resurfaced so far, or has she? I spotted a red-headed elf in the market just the other day, and there was something familiar in the way she moved, despite the servant's clothing and all the Orlesian braiding. I tried to get a closer look, but she disappeared into the crowd. If it was her, I've no clue of what she's up to. Talus spoke of Qunari spies throughout Thedas. Doing what, I wonder? Just providing information to the Qunari, or something more sinister? And surprisingly, mentioning the spies to those in power has earned only disbelief or indifference. Those who bothered to consider the possibility weren't certain what could be done. They appeared unwilling to admit that the Qunari might be inclined towards subterfuge, too dangerous a foe, if so. You'd think this would merit attention, considering that several hundred Qunari warriors are camped in Kirkwall's docks. Perhaps people don't want to think about that too closely. Either way, I doubt this is the last I've heard of Talus. She'll show up again one day. That's just the way things work out. From the Diary of Marion Hawk. Okay, so that's quite a bit of reading, and there's more that I'll be doing in the future, in the near future, possibly next video.
So you're a prince, are you?
That is apparently true.
There's doubt?
I've accepted the burden. That's all that matters. Why do you ask, guard captain?
The entitled types are always trouble.
In that case, I'm glad I don't count myself as one.
They never do.
Yes, I was about to say Sebastian Vale's with us. Joined with us, with our group. I'd like to go see what Varric's been up to, since we've been at home, before I go out and try to make some changes in Kirkwall, especially going to the docks to see The Aeroshock. Now, that's something that you don't just go in unprepared for. Is there anything outside? The Deep Roads. Oh, that dwarf wants us to go back. I'm going to put that off to probably a while. I don't feel like doing it. We're going to go to Lowtown, possibly meet up with Isabella and Varric. Check out the marketplace on the way in, see if there's anything I can buy for my prized companions that I love so much. I do. I like every single one of them, besides Anders.
You don't like me, Guard Captain?
I've no issue, so long as the fight over your title stays in Starkhaven. Exactly like it hasn't.
Should I apologize for trying to take back what is rightfully mine?
Whatever it takes, no matter the cost.
It feels like you're blaming me for some personal experience of yours.
I was at Ostagar. Good people die when leaders do whatever it takes.
Good people know the necessity.
This man has striking blue eyes. He kind of reminds me of, oh god, I'm so bad with names, I'm starting to lose my memory in my late 30s. Who is that guy? Yeah, he's been in many movies, but he's very, very popular guy. It almost looks like his face is modeled after him, actually. A little less facial hair. Who is that guy? Yeah, that guy. Go on that. I'll have to come up with his name at another time, guys, because I'm drawing a blank right now. And also doesn't help that I'm not getting full sleep every night either, so... Elf Root Potion. I don't think we need anything here. Also Purity. Okay, so keep an eye out for trouble, of course. It's daytime, so there won't be so much. And we have the guard captain with us. Plus, my name is getting around. Despite my facial disguise, people are knowing Marion Hawk around the city. It's starting to become well known, actually. Weaponsmithy. Okay, wrong one. So, brass snug charm. You know, you can always just look at the price and the color of the item. Right now, I know that there's not going to be anything that nice. I mean, unless my one of the weapons we're using is so far behind. Like I said, I need to look at what is he using. Oh, his bow blows ass. Seriously, it's 20 damage DPS, and we are carrying around 81 DPS per second bow. Which is better? 77 attack, 32 mana stamina. They're both the exact thing. Same thing. Enchanted longbow. Exact same stats. Same bonus and everything. Interesting. Okay, so put that there. He's going to be able to do a lot more damage now. Probably will encounter people that want to destroy him too. Let's see, Brass Snug Charm. Well, you know what? I'm going to give him things for now. Or Life Stone. No. Well, you know what? He could use better attack. He's not supposed to get attention, really. But he probably will, because he'll start doing a lot of damage. There's no other weapons in the game that do that much damage. I mean, my twin blades, my twin knives could, together. But there's still, that's 81 damage. I don't think I'd do that much. Belt of Unknowing. Well, there's only one belt, so he can wear the Belt of Unknowing. 8 mana, 8 stamina, 2 stamina regen. A ring, 3 physical damage. Well, I assume the bow does physical damage, yeah. But there's... Okay, 19 attack plus 2 critical, that's very nice. I'll give him this other one, Ornate Corrupted Ring, 23 attack, 1 armor. Okay, so he's decked out in cheap stuff, but at least he has all the things he needs. Now, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, a Signet Ring. It's a gift? 8 gold. Greater Tomb of the Mortal Vessel, 13. It's just for me. The tomb gives the reader 1 or more points to spend on attributes, but is rendered useless after. Rune of Spirit. Spirit damage. That would go to Anders. I mean, it's cheap. It's 40 silver. I'll buy the Signet Ring. I'm not sure... You know what? That's kind of silly. I'm not sure who to get it for, but... It is a gift. Sell all junk. I'll get it while we're here. Tethras. Varric Tethras. Varric may be interested in the Tethras family Signet Ring. Okay, sounds good then. We came down here. I thought that there was a guy right over here. He usually sells items to wear. Oh, Thraldon Imports. That's not the place to go to. When we come back from seeing Varric, Mr. Tethras. Rigid Boning. Increased defense. Isabella. We will get that. Definitely. Yeah, that's what I wanted. let's continue on to the Hangman. I'm sure my uncle still lives in that hovel. Wow, see now... You cannot mistake this place.
Free drinks for the guards. But accept, and you wake up in the alley.
I'll get this crate right here. We'll go and explore the rest of Lowtown after we take a look inside the Hangman. I'll have a drink too. Pretty unmistakable symbol for the pub once you get to know it. Probably happened a lot in Kirkwall's history.
Slow day.
I love this bloody drinking. Don't you love this bloody?
I love this place too,
Maybe.
especially all the blood on the floor.
Yes. Face it,
And the
you don't pay me
dirt
enough
in
to
the
stay
flooring.
sober at work.
Hey, aren't you a Templar?
Anyone knows Sir Karen? Has he done anything wrong?
You're a bit of a disgrace. Sir Karen, I've heard of him before, though it's not springing to mind who he is.
I've got a stiff drink with your name on it.
What's the word on the street?
Liam, the harbour master, was in the raiders' pockets. And he seemed like such an honest man. Grumpy, but honest.
Any other news?
The craziest thing. Apparently, the pigeon population has taken a nosedive in Ferelden.
Okay,
Weirder.
we've heard
What
that.
kind of sick individual preys on those innocent things?
Do you have anything that's really interesting?
Any other news?
Some folk are smuggling mages out of Kirkwall. I hear the freed mages congregate in the mountains to plot Kirkwall's downfall.
I may have added to that. Okay, give me something else I haven't heard.
Any other news?
You hear about the Earl of Redcliffe? Some say Andraste herself reached down and cured him so he could unite the land.
Preposterous. More religious mumbo-jumbo.
Thanks. I should go.
Anytime.
It's 3 bits for a mug.
Oh,
What?
maybe this guy's a black guy. Maybe he's the one that, yeah, lost the blood on the floor. I don't know. That's actually way too much blood for a black guy.
We used to have another bartender.
It's like a stabbing or two, or a whole bunch of people getting their face
Went
smashed.
into the back room for another keg of ale one day and never returned. So you be careful going back there.
I promise. If I go back there, I won't be alone.
Oh, Isabella, I didn't even see her there. If you caught the conversation, he said we used to have another bartender. One day he went to the back room to fetch a kale of egg, and no one ever saw him again.
It's like you haven't moved in 3 years.
It's easier for people to find me this way. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
Isn't that what you said last time?
Oh, you mean when I went digging for that stash?
Yes. That turned out to contain several badly written poems and an old boot.
It could have contained the relic. I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
Talk to me when the time comes.
If I learn anything new, you'll be the first to hear about it.
Okay, well, talk to Isabella again on the way out. Who's this talkative man?
What are you looking at? I understand you are of noble birth.
My father was a chevalier. He had to flee Orlais when his patron was murdered.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have been suited for the life of an Orlesian noblewoman anyway.
But surely you wish it had been different. To be a lady of Orlais and not a city guardsman.
Not for one moment. I'd rather kill a bandit and save a merchant's family than know the correct dance steps and which rouge is in fashion.
I have 2 modes going at once now. Reduce my stamina.
A lot of work for little gain.
I haven't really run out of stamina. It's not like Dragon Age Origins. At least not that I've noticed. So here's Varric in his room. I don't know why you don't have a great big door. There's no door at all. I wouldn't feel comfortable in here.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawk. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
No, nothing really more than it seems. After Bethany, I just want the family name to shine again.
No plans yet. I'm simply trying to look out for my mother.
After everything that happened with Bethany, that's probably good thinking. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
Well, I need to stick around. The city's in trouble.
Kirkwall needs me.
If nothing else, you give this town respectability, my friend. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Wonder if he'll take his ring now that I got for him.
I've got something for you, Varric.
My father's signet ring. Where did you find it? Bartrand pawned it off to pay for the expedition. I can't believe you found it. This sounds exactly like the sort of fake thing I'd make up about you.
I'm just glad I found it.
Our mother was... well, no word adequately describes an old dwarven lady's rage. Well, maybe now my contact at the gates of Orzammar won't ignore my letters. Harrimont is hoping that if he just shuts his eyes tight and wishes, the real world will go away. Anyway, I owe you one, Hawk. Remind me later to put you on my tab.
Yes, the King Harrimont. He's still kicking around, I guess. Alright guys, gonna finish the video here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.